Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to RAMP. Real Access Motivates Progress. We are so excited to be with you today, and we have a great guest with us. Actually, this is going to be more of a conversation with Kelly Nevins from the Women's Fund of Rhode Island. We're going to be talking about a great event that we have coming up. So let's bring Kelly in. Hi, Kelly. How are you today?
Hi, everyone. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me as part of your show today.
No, I'm so excited to have this conversation and to talk about this amazing event that we're going to have in January. But first of all, in case for some people who don't know who you are, tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Sure. So again, my name is Kelly Nevins. I'm the CEO of the Women's Fund of Rhode Island. We are a nonprofit organization that invests in women and girls. We do that through research on the status of women and girls, which we use as a fact-based platform to advocate primarily for state level legislative change. We teach leadership and advocacy, and we're also a grant maker. And we are part of a collection of women's funds all across the world. So if you have folks from outside of Rhode Island, know that there's likely a women's fund that serves your area. Although we all do our own thing, we generally have the same mission, which is to achieve gender equity. And for us, we want to do that through systemic change, which is why we focus on policy initiatives.
And it's so great. Me and you have been friends for quite some time and talking, and you always go out of your way to make sure that your events are accessible and, talk to us and ensure. So, when we came to this collaborative of going for this grant and making this event possible, it was just a no-brainer to me because it was such a great collaborative. Tell everybody a little bit about how this came to be.
Sure. So, one of the things that the Women's Fund does is we focus on making workplaces more inclusive, more accessible. We focus on DEI, not what some people would call illegal DEI. I always have a like, what does that mean even? If you are doing things that help your employees to bring their best selves to work, that's really what we're encouraging. And we want to be sure that you get the best employees to work for you. And that means being accessible, that means being inclusive. So, pre-COVID, we had put together a gender equity in the workplace toolkit. And that toolkit we used with businesses to help them think about how do we create workplaces that work better for everyone. And it was a great toolkit, but then, of course, COVID happened. And then a lot of other things happened in our community where it made sense to update the toolkit. So as we were thinking about how are we going to do this, there was a grant opportunity that came up that allowed us to very thoughtfully partner with RAMP. And so together, as you know, Tina, we've been to visit Bryant University to talk to a classroom of students who are working on a capstone sort of thesis paper. And they have been working with us to update this toolkit. And one of the things that I want to do is make sure that that toolkit and the great ideas that came out of it that are the result of best practices and best thinking for the next perhaps dozen of years shows up in Rhode Island workplaces and how come in the world. And so Tina and I, we've been brainstorming and we've got a great panel discussion that I think will help to lift up some of the ideas that come out of the toolkit that focus on people who have different abilities. And then I'm also pleased to be able to partner with you on your big event in April. So, it just means more opportunities to partner and to continue to be lifting up. How do we make the world a place where everyone can thrive?
And it's so true because, everybody's saying that they need employees. There's a whole pool of employees that people don't tap into, which is the disability community,
Right.
especially the spinal cord injury or may happen to be missing a limb. And, we utilize a wheelchair or stuff to get around. If your place isn't accessible, you can't hire us. But
Right.
we have all of the talent, we have all of the drive, we have all of the initiative. We just don't have the accessibility to, or the simple accommodations to get in, get around, and to motivate. So this is such a great way to highlight this. So, we decided to do this great panel discussion in January. It's going to be January 28th from 5 to 7:30 at the Blue Store in Cranston. I think it's Oak Lawn Avenue. Am I correct?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
correct. Yep.
it's Oak Lawn Avenue in Cranston. So we're going to do it in person, but we're also going to stream it live on both of our initiatives. We're going to stream it live at the same time for those who cannot make it. But it's going to be a great way to talking about making Rhode Island workplaces accessible. We're going to have great panelists to talk to. We're going to have experts in their field. And this is going to be a great way where you can start the conversation, scary stuff, take away the initiative. I really believe, tell me if I'm wrong on this or give me your take on this. People don't want to do what they don't know, and they don't want to take that first step because they're afraid they're going to do it wrong. Am I
Sure.
correct?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. I guess there's that old adage, first do no harm, but that doesn't mean first do nothing. Um, it's all right, find ways to do the thing while doing no harm. So that means educating yourself, right? And our goal is not to talk to the community that needs the access so much as it is to talk to the business community and make it less scary for the business community to do the things that can make their workplaces more accessible. And that means once you do that, that you're able to bring in perhaps new customers, new clients. There's so much that shows that when you are able to have workplaces and establishments that not only are physically accessible but make people feel like they are welcome and included, that there are better business outcomes for those companies. So we're just looking to maximize that and to be able to showcase some ideas that can help business owners, business managers to be able to welcome more people to their workplace.
I mean, just like what RAMP does, giving the RAMP stamp of approval to people, what people don't realize is 56% of Rhode Islanders are registered as a mobility aid user. So
Hmm.
think about it. If your business isn't accessible, you're already alienating half the state that could spend their money, that could thrive, that could work for you, that could be part of it. And I think it's like 30% of people of disabilities are working, and it's almost double. Am I in the right area
Yes.
there?
Oh, right, right. Yes. The number is that 37% of working age individuals with disabilities are employed, while there's nearly double that amount of folks who could be employed that we're not capturing. Yeah,
Yeah, so if we make your businesses more accessible and we take away the fear factor and walk you through the process and tell you how to do it step by step for free, wouldn't that make it better for you to one, have better employees, have a business that you can now introduce to the entire state instead of only half the state,
right,
and get out there? So this event is going to be so incredible. There's limited spaces, so make sure you're clicking on the link above and you're registering because there are limited spaces to be in person, but it will be live. We'd love to have you. Tell us a little bit more of your thoughts of why people should come to this, Kelly.
well, again, it's an opportunity to learn something that you may not have been made aware of before. You also will be introduced to experts across Rhode Island who deal with these ideas and issues all the time. So if you have burning questions, it's a great place to get those questions answered. It's also a great place to just build some community, right? To know that other people are thinking about these things. And one of the things that I really love about working with the Women's Fund is that we get to partner across the state of Rhode Island with businesses and nonprofits. And we partner because we end up meeting people, people who are working on similar issues. So if this is of interest to you, if it's of interest to the organizations that you represent, here's an opportunity to meet some like-minded folks in the community that you may not have met before.
And Ramp feels the same way. It's all of us together working together that's truly going to make the difference. we can't do it alone. We can't tell everybody to be accessible. You can't do it alone by doing what you do. It's partnering with all of these different organizations. So not only are you going to hear from experts and be part of this, it's going to be networking because, like you said, you're going to be in a room with a lot of like-minded people. And like I said, even if you're not thinking about this, you should be thinking about this if you want to open your business to the entire state of Rhode Island. So we welcome you to come on down and register and be part of this great event. After this, we have the Rhode Island Accessibility Summit in May. So this will be part one. That's kind of like part two. So we would like you to be involved with the Women's Fund and RAMP. Here is your opportunity to get involved. January 28th, 5 to 7:30 at the Cranston Blue Store on Oaklawn Avenue. We'd be so excited to have you. Anything else that we missed to talk about today?
Just so people are aware, the program itself doesn't start until 5:30, and the program ends at 7, but we're giving people extra time to get in the room and also out of the room and make sure that they're able to make the connections that they want. So the actual program time, particularly if you're tuning in virtually, is from 5:30 to 7 on the 28th. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a great point. But we are so excited. So join RAMP and the Women's Fund of Rhode Island again, January 28th from 5 to 7:30, but the programming is 5:30 to 7.
7.
So that way you have a little bit of extra time to network in person, but online it's a little bit later. But join us, be part of it, open your mind to a new perspective, a whole new group of people that you could hire to work for you and just be more inclusive. Thank you so much, Kelly. It's so much fun working with the Women's Fund of Rhode Island on
I
this and so many other things. So thank you so much for everything that you do.
Thank you. And likewise, have a great day, everyone. Looking forward to seeing you in January.
And we'll see you all in January. Have a great day.